Welcome back. We continue with our coverage of the U.S. elections. And right now we are joined by Wohoro Ndoho, an economist and also a former Director General in the National Treasury. Thank you so much, Mr. Wohoro Ndoho, for joining us on KTN Business today. And many expectations so far with the vote counting still underway. From your sense of analysis, what should investors expect now that it seems to be emerging that Mr. Joe Biden is likely to become the 46th president of the United States of America?
Well, maybe I just start by saying the vote count is still on its way, so I'll still hesitate to call a winner on this. What's really interesting is people understand that President Trump has been very good for business. And so to be surprising for a lot of people if I said that his defeat, especially for big business, could be a very interesting challenge for business generally. Around the fact that his policies have been very pro-business, removing what he sees as the regulatory shackles around the companies in America. And so with that, if he does lose, then you might have an interesting reaction by the Wall Street. That's my reading of the situation right now.
All right, interesting. And like you rightly put it, it's very not appropriate to declare any so far being the likely winner. But moving away from that, what has been your interpretation of how the elections have been handled? We've seen, of course, the major indices remaining rather steady, and any economic shocks that from your end that you foresee?
I don't think it can be overemphasized that we're living in an age of extraordinary things. I think a long time ago, I think there's a quote by Prince Charles, maybe 20 so years ago, but he says we live in a world where the avant-garde is the new normal. Everything is new, everything is crazy. I mean, to have lived to a day to see this up in America is amazing. That said, I'm sure there'll be a lot of relief in certain quarters around the change in economic policy, though as I see it, it'll be a question between the social responsibility of government to make sure all citizens are looked after versus assisting business as a focus of policy. And I think from everything we've seen, if indeed Biden gets to win the election, then there'll be a lot of revisiting of areas which I think business for a long time would have celebrated. For example, like I mentioned, the reduction in regulation, the fact that government has been extremely pro-business, and to that extent that has meant that it has been very, very powerful in triggering a confidence in the American private sector. Of course, more said worldwide, Trump will be known more for his, not so much his business, but his other ways of looking. His paradigm of the world was very different. And I'm sure right now, a lot of fingers crossed in Europe around a Biden win, I think. I don't think they're hiding the fact that a good part of at least Europe feels that they can work better with Biden.
All right. And Mr. Wohoro, of course, for the Africa continent at large, this election is quite significant considering the key underlying issues, for instance, the free trade agreements and the AGOA matters. Perhaps, apologies for that. I think kindly lower your volume on your end. But just to take you back, of course, this is a very momentous election and touching on the African continent. What does Africa stand to gain and lose out of these elections?
Trump was very much of everyone must look after themselves. And to some extent, it's not all been negative. I mean, Trump has been very clear that there'll be no free lunches, so to speak, or no assistance from the American economy beyond from a business perspective. And I must say, to some extent, that's not been such a bad thing. because I think for a long time, the notion of growing your business and your business base has been integral to a country's prosperity. That said, it has also meant that it's been fairly unfriendly to some of Africa's pet requests, one of them, of course, being AGOA and the extension of that. Trump was quite clear that that would have to come with some measure of horse trading with America. But with Biden, a Biden win would also mean then that's back firmly on the table, and that would get a far more friendly, supportive, but less business-oriented policy stance from the American government.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Horondoho, for giving us your insights, and such a pleasure to have you back on the program, and we hope to see you more and more often. Well, that's how we wrap up the show for this week. It's been a pleasure bringing to you Business Today throughout the week. And as we head off to the weekend, we are still keeping an eye on the final tally results out of this very hotly contested election. Who will be declared the 46th President of the United States?